5724. Coursing river, there's a great typhoon, strength of a raging fire, furious as the dark side. Son of a man, skies. I know that's supposed to be a 2.9, but you know what? I'm using a T8. Just T8s seem to work best. The very best, like no one ever was. Catch them is my real test. Trained to miss my calls. I will travel across the land, searching far and wide. To understand the power that's inside. Come on, gotta catch 'em all. I know this then. My best friend. The most defend. Gotta catch 'em. The curse will paralyze through. You teach me and I'll teach you. How can I? Gotta catch 'em all. I pray sorry for the Bible. Hey, Makina. How's you? Wow, this one's taking quite a bit. I am here. I am fine. I am alive. I'm wondering why this Series X port is taking so much heat and not releasing. This worries me. That's a lot of heat to take. The heck? I mean, I've done enough of them that I mean, I know they. That came out wrong. I know they take a lot of heat. I just don't know why this one took so much more than all the other ones I've done so far. Like my Atten doesn't seem to be putting out incorrect error. Really would like to know what that glue is for. Ambient temp cold? Don't think so. It's in a room right now. It takes so much heat. Okay, is this port okay? This port looks fine. Okay. I always made fun when I saw those ads of like other stores using BGA rework machines to do HDMI port exchanges. But to be honest, if it made the job that much quicker and was still the same quality, I probably would use a BGA rework station for at least the Series X boards. That way it heats both the top and the bottom. Jeez. I've always been curious about it. It seems like a good idea, but at the same token, like I've never done it before. So it also seems like it could be extremely time consuming and not worth the effort. But I mean, if it means that these work or that I get these done quicker and easier, preheating the boards don't sound like a bad idea. I don't know, I guess it would all just depend on how well it works. One thing at a time, though, right? Like replacing my scope. I mean, that makes sense. There we go. All of those survive the. I gotta find a name for that. Because I'm tired of pushing with one of these. But I found if you just literally pull it across them, it'll move any of the pins that are not soldered down. Rake, rake. That's. I like that word. Yeah, we're gonna use that rake test. I wonder how many ports I can do that with. Should be able to do it to all of them, right? As long as you can see the pins. So USB-C would only be one edge. And through hole, I guess. So it has to be surface mount. Pins have to be accessible. Okay, I don this the era of the rake test instead of the pluck test. That's what we're gonna do for now on rake test. $10, say I forget by tomorrow, huh? Like remembering orientation. Something I should do. Is it something I constantly forget about doing? Yeah. Am I gonna remember anytime soon? Probably when it's too late. That and cleaning my brushes. That way I don't have thermal paste when I go to clean stuff. Settle up your bullets, you gotta draw a line. It's gun smoke, smash. Make sure to back. Focus. First, the butterflies against evil forces singing. Whiskey for my man. I fucked up. It's okay. It's not that bad. Just means I swap out the T8 for a T9 real quick. Let's get down to business. Hey, Jet Pinky. At least someone got the reference. Fuck. I rounded that out. That was my stupidity. Yeah. How you doing? Yeah, but you didn't say anything, Makina. I cannot complain. I hath made a mistake. So I must now correct my mistake. An Xbox Series X. Where's my Dremel? Uncle Sam, what's your name? Hey, 8-bit. How are you doing? Let's see if I can get this one to work for me. Yeah, I'm doing all these super complicated things. I can just take these three out. Okay. Take that, put that to the side. Oh, nice. It is going. Accidentally stripped the screw. So I'm trying to take care of it because I don't know if I have a Dremel bit anymore to slice these into straight pieces so I can get it out. I seem to have lost all my other tools that I normally use for when I have a strip screw. What you up to, Jet Pinky? Oh, I didn't strip this. This thing didn't grab right and it cross-threaded. Well, I guess technically I did strip it, but it didn't strip because the bit was wrong. It stripped because it cross-threaded. Fuck me. Oh yeah? Nothing? Alright, note to self. Buy a new Dremel tool. have been 5 minutes to undo one screw. All because it crossed me. This is also why you use lube when you put the screws back in. Prevents cross-threading. I just don't know where I put my silicone lube. Not loose enough yet. Alright, try again. There we go. That one went in well. That screw's not wanting to sit right. It's not sitting right with me. Okay. Just not sitting it right. Buy more Series X screws soon, I think. That one particular one just does not want to. There we go. That was so much more complicated than they normally are, and I have no clue why. Man, this one just wants to be stubborn tonight. Okay, so the clip on that is broken, but the power supply should still be fine. Got no reason to replace the power supply just because the clip broke. Magic red liquid. Le power. Automatically lock, which is beautiful. Alright. That's another Series X finished. Thank you, thank you. Oh wait, I forgot. "45 minutes. That's ridiculous." Hi, Makina. She passes the wiggle test. Always good day when console pass wiggle test. Death to that HDMI port. The sun goes down. Hey, Bit. My dear friend. We're not gonna worry about that right now, okay? I'm sure it does do 4K. You know, I may or may not have any way of testing 4K. So, yeah. Hey, I haven't had a customer come back and complain yet saying that their, Series X didn't display in 4K. So, I mean, I wish I had something like, those chipmunk HDMI testers. I wish there was one that literally you could plug it in and it worked like a byte or in between, like a tip, the tail insertion testers, but would actually display on the screen 4K good, 1080 good, then give you all the rest. Because so far, from what I can tell, the one tool that I got told about, I think Makina is the one that told me about it, with the adapter, uh, does not have something to tell you if 4K is able to pass through or not. But then again, you'd have to have it outputting to 4K, because they don't just output 4K for no reason. This is something to solve. And why is it these things are always damaged when they come in? If it could survive the wiggle test, I'm sure it'll output the 4K. Now you've got me worrying. For no reason. Why do you do this to me? You know I'm gonna have to fixate about this now on getting something to figure out if 4K is working. You're gonna make me spend money I don't got on a brand new 4K TV. See, now I gotta figure something out, man. You had to say something. Now I'm going to have to figure some way to confirm a 4K signal. What? Makina, you're joking me, right? I didn't know you can test 4K on a 4K TV. Oof. Just mind blown. Alright, who's gonna tip me $1,000 to go buy a 4K TV? Anyone? Any bidders? I'll share with you. We can watch Friends while I stream on the 4K TV. I don't know where I'd put a 4K TV, but I would do that for you guys. We can watch good TV while I'm working. You know, we got Friends, we have Happy Days, we have Dallas. Okay, you gonna give me 300-ish bucks then, Makina, since you had to say something? Oh, you're gonna send me a TV, Mike. Is that so? Is it broken? Oh. Oh, that's a low blow. Oh. How much of my workbench do I gotta clean? Huh? Huh? Well, damn. Alright, that makes sense, Makina. 100%? Nah, it's okay. That's a lot of extra work. I don't have time for it right now. We'll just assume that it's 4K. Oh, 50% is a 2K TV. Isn't that just security cameras? Alright, this one is done. Which means it can ship out tomorrow. You guys want to see an expensive SNES cartridge? This one's got 3 chips and a battery. I'll let you guys put guesses. Put guesses in the chat for what you think it is. I will give you a hint. It's a $300 Super Nintendo cartridge. So just this cartridge is $300. Nope, Earthbound is more expensive than $300. Hello, Ace. Earthbound is currently about $400. How you doing today, Ace? Nope, Ace is not a $300 cartridge, although he may try to claim differently. Link to the Past is a $40 cartridge, 8-bit. Am I the only one that does retro stuff? 8-bit, I thought you did retro stuff. Oof, that's no good. You're misleading. Are you just pixelated 8-bit and you don't actually work on retro stuff? You just pixelate yourself? So that way you seem retro? Hello, Final Man. I see. So the stream quality is 8-bit, but he works on Series X's. I see. So he's Minecraft. No, Final Man, that is Jason's super secret cartridge worth over $1 million. So go to his house and snag it for yourself. Oh, I see. So his real name is not Chris, it's actually Steve. Is that what you tell me, Makina? Is that true, 8-bit? Are you really Steve? Or Herobrine? Oh wait, actually, is 8-bit actually Notch? Oh. Can't confirm nor deny. Alright, well, you guys have until after I replace the battery to figure out what the game is, and then I'll tell you. I could go get a Super Nintendo and hook it up to this screen, be a little bit more dramatic, but that would require me having to get up and go find a Super Nintendo and all the hookups for one. And I just don't feel like doing that right now. Oh wait, how about that? I've got a Super Retron. So I guess we will do that. Once I replace the battery, we'll just hook it up to the Retron. I sometimes wonder if I should replace the battery in these expensive cartridges, but I like to treat all cartridges the same. So whether it's a $1,000 or a 10-cent cartridge, I'd rather have the battery be replaced either way. You guys want me to make it a little easier? I can make it a little easier for you guys. Okay. Cancel. Good guesses, but no. So video games, Nintendo, Super Nintendo. We are going to do price high to low. And we're going to go down to the 300 section. Actually, Castlevania Dracula X is a $330 cartridge at the moment. Okay. One, two, three, 4, 5. We're going to do one more. Okay, guys. So we're going to do a quick poll for you guys. Star Wars Racers Revenge. No, a lot of people have been asking me for that one, but that's a limited run release, I believe. I believe so. I could be wrong. Who's worthless? Oh, this only gives me the ability to do 4 options on the poll. Okay, well, there we go. There's your 4 options. Which Super Nintendo cartridge is Yeti working on? Is it Mega Man 7, Wild Guns, Evo, The Search for Eden, or Sheehan's Revenge? Go ahead, submit your beliefs, and at the end of this, I will tell you who is correct. Or if you guys are correct, I guess. Interesting. I'll have to snag a few copies the next time I order some. Probably because it's a limited run release game, and that was a title that was used with N64 for testing N64s for a while. If I remember right. So when they remastered it, there might be like a test inside of the software still. So far, Wild Guns is winning at 50%, huh? So no one thinks it's Sheehan's Revenge. Interesting. So it's so far Wild Guns at the win, with Mega Man 7 and Evo shortly behind. Fair, fair. Alright, just to make sure that this Super Retron is working, let's throw in a runner-up, Link to the Past. Let's see, this guy gets power. Okay, so Link to the Past works. Alright, you guys ready to see what the mystery game is? Okay, last chance, put in your final guesses. I'm gonna be ending the poll. You guys all ready? Okay. Polls ended. You guys say that it's Wild Guns, followed up by Mega Man, then Evo. I forgot this one has a long intro. There just went the title. You were all wrong. It's Evo. Thank you, thank you. I just sold one of these cartridges like a week ago. Good job, Zalima. I guess you were the only one that guessed right. That's fair. Fair reason for a guess. Really? Wow. Interesting. Alright, well, that was the entertainment for tonight. Yeah, I literally just sold one of these like a week or two ago. So, and it was in worse condition than this, so it was actually pretty cool. When I found out I had another one of these. Although I have a feeling I should call the customer who bought it, because I don't remember if the copy he bought had a replaced battery or not. Well, I got one available for sale if you'd like to snag it. And just so that way no one thinks I'm yanking them, there we go. Evo, the search for Eden. Current sale price $286, which honestly I'm just gonna mark $299.99 because anyone who's part of my membership gets 10% off anyway. So, meh. And that's the good old retail version of price charting. But all the same, now that this guy's ready to go, just means tomorrow I get to post it to all of our socials that another copy of Evo is ready for sale. Pretty nice looking copy too. I don't recall having checked that battery after I soldered it in. So we're gonna quick do that. Yeah, battery's still good. Alright, let's get something done that's gonna make me some more money. This Series X is one that I bought recently with a bunch of other stuff. And it turns on, although it is beat up and in pretty rough condition. As you can see with the broken pieces here and the missing screws. But I honestly don't think anyone's actually tried repairing this one yet. And this is not a customer repair, so while I was working on a copy of Evo, now working on Xbox Series X. Oh yeah, before I start this, I should have that. Wow. This guy's in rougher shape than I thought it would be. It's not bad though. I paid $100 for this. 2 PS2s. and a handful of miscellaneous electronics. So literally, one of the PS2s already made my money back. So, and this does turn on. So. Here. We'll just plug it in to prove that it does in fact turn on. I can already see damage to the HDMI port, so I'm not going to bother with the HDMI. And as you can see, it's got power. This has been taken apart before. I don't like the smell of this one. It's not a burnt smell. I'm not feeling well enough, so I can't tell if it's cigarettes or cockroaches. Don't really see any signs of cockroaches. Ugh. Either just proctology. That is true, I guess. Only one way to find out. I do have 2 cockroach-infested PS5s that I gotta finish fixing up soon. And of course, there's a strip screw that I wish I could say I stripped. Well, I probably just made it worse. that's on there way too tight for me to try that. That's not what I'm wanting it to do. Just bent the shit out of my bit. That's not gonna work. Nah. Yeah. Well, I don't think there's any live roaches in here. Because if they were, I'm pretty sure the few times I whacked the fuck out of this, they would have come running out. I just gotta figure out how to get this screw off that I don't really have any way to do that with. If I could wedge it inside of this, that'd be great. This is why you gotta make sure you got a Dremel available. uh, Well, my DeWalt still works. But that is not doing anything of what I needed it to do. It's not gonna come out like that. Alright. Heat? That makes sense. Might be working. I can honestly say I've never thought about heating up a screw to get it out when it's been stripped. Usually I just cut them out with a Dremel, make the slit and then pull it out using a flathead. Thanks, Makina. Never would have thought about that. I have to get a new grip for my DeWalt. Kind of ate the grip up. Yeah. Thanks to your suggestion, I am now able to get this out a bit. It's actually coming out. See? Screw him undone thanks to Makina's tip about the heat. I also melted this a little bit, but that's okay. That's not that important. It's got 2 other screws. Okay, so far, no Roachis coming out. Aw, man, this is a first-gen Xbox Series X. Damn it. You guys know what that means, right? First-gen Series X. Anyone know what that means? Oh. Yep, first-gen. Shield. Weird, it smells like roaches, but there is no roaches. Watch, they're gonna all be under here. You know what? Just because it has one, if I don't completely, like, mangle this thing, I'm gonna put it back so that the next guy who opens it up gets stuck dealing with it. Watch, I am gonna be that next guy. Oh no. Just the shield that no one likes. Although, after having removed enough of them, I have to say, I'm not that bad at removing them anymore. There's a little trick with it. If you actually get enough of an edge up, particularly this edge is the easiest one, if you apply pressure to the sides, it pops up like a can of pickles. Okay. Still reeks like roaches, but there's no signs of them so far, so... yeah. Not bad at all. Okay. Cool. You know what's funny, Makina? It's more expensive to get plastic or pickles in a plastic bag up here than it is in a jar. Like, I could go buy a massive jar of pickles for way cheaper than I can those plastic bags of pickles. Unless I want to make my own pickles, then I can get cucumbers and such for cheaper. Oh, I'm not talking little, they're like a pound. It's a green bag with vinegar in it. That's like pickles in a bag or something, and it's something like a pound. Weight wise. Those are more expensive than the jars. But yeah. I get my pickles in a jar. Yeah. Oh yeah? I prefer mine to be bread and butter. I like my pickles bread and butter. Yeah, I literally just take a fork, stab it into the jar, and like eat it out of the jar. I'm simple about it. No ripped traces. That's always good. When it comes to the Series X's, I make sure, well, I'm going to be making sure that I add solder to it. Because I prefer to make sure that there is leaded solder on it. Plus it never hurts. Make sure there's a little extra solder. No. It powers on no issues, but the HDMI port was damaged. Had a little too much leaded solder on the pins. Alright, time for the rake test. Alright, she's good. All those seem to rake just fine. I did not float the ESD chip this time, which is also good. Because those glass chips make me nervous. One of these days they won't make me as nervous, but till that time they make me nervous. Hey, Sean. Ooh, interesting. You don't use Kapton on the ESD, but you tape a bit of aluminum around it? See, I used to use Kapton tape, but I keep forgetting to put some down, so eventually I stopped using it for that purpose, because I just keep forgetting to put it down. Uh, but I have not tried aluminum yet. They just make me nervous because they're glass and I'm always scared I'm gonna crack it or something. But considering the fact that Lee's ESD piece is out, and I could probably get some made from PCB Way, so I don't have to buy them all off of Lee. Not saying I don't want to support Lee. I'm just saying it would be cheaper, and as a business, I should always try to look for the cheapest solution, at the best solution at the cheapest price. But you gotta keep in mind it's like an $80 chip now, or last time I looked it was. So I was a little, yeah. I try to avoid cracking them. That is what I usually try to do. But it's always awkward every now and then because I've had a couple where it's like, once or twice I floated one, never cracked it. But had an issue after I replaced an HDMI port once. So I'm like, let's replace the ESD chip because, Xbox One S's and X's, that's like the next step. You check all the spots, you turn around, you replace the ESD after the HDMI, then if that doesn't work, you go to the retimer. So, I was just following my basic steps. Well, I wound up cracking that one and didn't have a replacement. And I'm like, well, damn. So I had to buy one from Coder, and his was like $60. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, the Switch Wi-Fi's are always a little bit awkward. The last time I looked at one, it was $80, and then I got one from Coder, and I think I paid him something like $50. Well, Coder was actually cheaper. What, do you not like Coder, or? Did you think I meant 80 bucks? Well, you see, Lee didn't have them at that time. You know? And at that time, Lee also didn't have the his version of the booster chip produced. So, you know, it was kind of still at that prototype phase where he's like, I got this idea, I'm rolling with it. Mobile Centrics for 35. Mobile Centrics has the glass ESD boosters now, 8-bit? Because if so, that's going to make me even less nervous. Because if I can at least find them, I don't get nervous. You know, because it's like, oh, I fucked up the part. Let me just replace it. Yeah, it cost me money, but at least I can replace it. Mobile Centrics IC chip for Series X, the MPSK25, the NB7. Hey, booster IC chip for Xbox Series X, NFD038. Although it's funny because the picture is the NDD711. But it doesn't make a difference. $32.39. Holy crap. Thanks, 8-bit. I appreciate you. See, now that I know where I can get them, I'm a lot less nervous about it. So thank you. I do appreciate that, sincerely. Now that means that I need to buy a bunch, so that way Mobile Centric has none, and then put them out for $50 on my website. Mwahaha. A kid. Although, to be fair, that would not be the worst price out there. Now get a 4K TV. Eventually. Actually, I'm curious how much these booster ICs, because if Mobile Centrics is carrying them, that means they're not that expensive anymore. Or, sorry, not that expensive, not that hard to find anymore. $45 on eBay. Wholesale Gadget Parts has them for $37.24. eSource Parts has them for $63. Okay, so actually, if I wound up paying Mobile Centrics $32.39, you know, I'm curious about something. What does... Because I got told once that if I wanted to, whatever my wholesale price is, I take that price and I multiply it by 0.6, and that is the max I should sell it for. Or sorry, that would be divided by 0.6. That's the max I should sell it for, which is $54.99. And if I divide by 0.8, that is what my average one would probably be, which is $40.48. So that means if I pay $32.39, I should be selling it somewhere between $40 and $55, which means $45 would not be a bad price. That's like right smack dab in the middle. But if I purchase a product for, what should I sell it for to make money and be reasonable? Add the word wholesale. And be fair. What do you guys think Google says? Google AI says that, so I ask, if I purchase a product for $32.39 wholesale, what should I sell it for to make money and be fair? Google AI Here, we're going to move this to Google. Says, to determine a fair and profitable selling price for a product purchased wholesale at $32.39, you should consider your business costs and desired profit margin. A common guideline in retail is to aim for 50% margin, often achieved through keystone pricing, which would result in a selling price of approximately $64.78. And then it tells you like the prices. So Google says that the suggested retail price is $64.78 if I pay $32.39. Have I been doing business wrong all these years, guys? Am I supposed to mark everything up 50%? The heck? Huh. I did say eSource was selling it for that, didn't I? eSource parts, $62.83. And see, they even have a business wholesale pricing. I wonder what the business wholesale price is from eSource parts. Canada? This is Nano's doing. Apply to become a business-to-business client. I don't care about your community. That's a lot of information and time that I really just don't care about doing. I'll do it at a later date. I'm not that concerned with it. Oh wow. Way to go, Mr. DeLima. Well, at least some of us actually enjoy business and have grown up in an environment where business is actually enjoyable. But I always try to make sure that no matter what happens, I provide good quality parts at fair prices and services at fair prices while still maintaining a profitability. So that way I'm not completely screwed over, because I can't always be nice if, you know, I can't afford to be. You go ahead and what? And what, Michael DeLima? Huh, Lima Bean? Never regret having integrity. Nope, I will never regret having integrity, because I grew up with this thing called honesty. Like, I've told customers outright when they ask me about brand new prices on games, I tell them, you do realize, like, not to be that guy that's making you feel like guilty about whining about $60 or something, but the game that you are purchasing brand new from me for $60. Oh wow. Way to go, Makina. But I actually let a customer know that, hey, look, a game that you are whining about being $60 brand new, I am paying $50 to $55 before shipping, depending on who my wholesaler is. There is no magic wholesale price where I get it increasingly less. And I tell them outright. So when I give you a $10 gift card for your next purchase because you pre-ordered from me, that is my way of saying thank you for choosing me over GameStop or Best Buy. You get some people that try to take advantage of that. You get others that don't. Like, this year we stopped allowing store credit. Money makes the world go round. Digital numbers or not, money or the concept of money will always make the world go round. So, might as well be smart about money and at the same time kind about it. Because otherwise, it'll go around you. At least that's what I believe. So yeah. And before pieces of paper, trade of items. I have some fur for you. You don't want to get frozen in the middle of winter. You provide me with some food. I trade you some fur. Before that, it was something else, and before that, it was something else. Even animals have a concept of money. Like, they'll turn around and they'll provide each other with, like, pebbles and stuff, and that's, like, proof that they're actually decent. It's actually kind of fascinating when you look at it from above. Oh. That is the wrong size screw. That's even worse. No, I've got no way of processing a caribou hide right now. Although, to be perfectly honest, if I did have a way to process it, and I would not get in trouble for it, I probably would trade you a caribou hide for copy Vivo, because I could easily make $600 off the caribou hide. Uno momentos. Haha. You thought you were being goofy, and then you realized that everything in this world is business to me. Mwahaha. Oh man. Any chance this would work? Nope. Too big. Damn. I don't have another one of those screws. And I tossed the stripped one. And Makina, you can't blame 8-bit. Oh, nice. That's awesome. Ooh. Oh, no, that's a Series S port that I was mangling. Damn, I don't have the right bit, or the right piece. And Makina. Oh, a few thousand kilometers east. So he's in Canada? Yeah, I can't do anything for him if he's in Canada. Damn, that box of screw probably has it, but I'm not gonna reach up for it. Makina, you can't blame 8-bit. I've always been evil. You guys just don't realize that. Because I'm that good at hiding it. Exactly. Why do you think there's only one of me? Can you imagine if there was more of me? Take over the world. Create domination. Cowboy. Alright, so this is going to be one screw missing because I don't have any way of getting that screw without sacrificing it from another console, and I don't have another console to sacrifice it from. Unless I buy more screws, which I'm going to have to, but... Yes, Yeti is top of the food chain. That is why I'm starving. You know, it really makes me wonder if this was actually serviced for roach infestation, but they just never repaired the HDMI port. Alright, let's see if this works. Oh, we're also going to find out if this has a free disc inside. I mean, yeah, because this is a $530 console that I paid less than $100 for. No free disc. You know what? Oh? So it went straight to 640 by 480, which does make me a little bit anxious with this. 1537. Do I have any Series X controllers right now? I don't have any Series X controllers available right now. Alright, well, I have an Xbox One controller. That's good enough. You guys get to be a little close to me for a bit. Okay, sync. Hmm. Strange, it's not activating the syncing. Is it? Okay, so Bluetooth sync is not starting. Strange. Okay, let's see. I can't get it to sync. I have to hook it up some other way. man, how do I not have a micro USB cable laying around? With how many PS4 controllers I've got to repair, you'd think I would have one just like sitting here. Actually, let's see if this one would do the trick. Okay, so that has no USB connection there. I know I've got one of those ports somewhere. Yeah, well, this back USB is working. It's this front USB, which is on its own board, that's not working, which is the sync button board. So, I mean, you're right, at least it's not the main board. But at the same token, like, this would have been so much nicer if this was just an HDMI port repair, you know? But nothing ever goes that easy in the repair world. Alright, well, at least let's see if it reads a disc. I'm sure I've got one somewhere. Worst case scenario, I just swipe it off of another console and then order one. I have to place another order with Injured Gadgets soon anyway because I need more parts. So let's see if Injured Gadgets carries that specific thing. Your Xbox needs an update. Why am I not surprised? Let's see, USB ports, power and eject button board, the Wi-Fi Bluetooth board, HDMI ESD bidirectional TV diodes for Xbox Series X. Interesting. IC chip for Series X. Bummer. That doesn't look like they do. What about mobile centrics? Oh, fuck. What time is it? Oh shit, it's 1 o'clock. I was hoping to get more done, but I don't have the energy to do it. Huh, that's so weird. I thought power and eject button board for Series X, no? Power button flex connector on the board for the Series X, which is the Nexus connector. $373, huh? I don't even want to know what I paid for mine. I bought like 100 of them. Well, since I don't have it on from either one of those guys, You know, since they did that update, if I can find caps for these, I've got a couple cool controllers that can go out for sale. Like the Minecraft Creeper one that will get TMRs now that 1708s are able to be calibrated. What's even funnier is I know I have not only brand new Xbox Series controllers somewhere, but I also have a bunch of them that I need to repair too. I just want to try this long enough to test it. Because for all I care, it can do updates all night. I'll let it do updates all night. I used to have this really cool USB-C cable that had an adapter, so I could just do like it had different bits. So I went USB-C to USB micro to Lightning. Ah, see, I knew I had a Xbox Series controller floating around. Still surprised that neither Injured Gadgets nor Mobile Centrics have this bottom port available, or even listed. So it looks like I'll have to source those myself and start carrying them. I gotta find out what it takes to be a wholesaler. Because if I could figure out how to do wholesale on repair parts, to the point where I am carrying not only repair parts for myself, but for others, and everything from pre-Atari to new release consoles, can you imagine how much of a killing I could probably make? Alright, so this one accepts 1080. I gotta find someone who owns a distributor to tell me how to become a distributor. Because I'm sure I could figure it out, but knowing my luck, I would figure out like the extremely hard way And then someone else who owns one would come up to me later and be like, you could have just done this. Alright, so HDMI port seems to be working. I think the disk drive works considering it popped up with the game. But it's got a 4.6 gigabyte update, and I'm not sitting around for it to finish. I appreciate it, Michael. Uh, I just got to find out where to get started. You know, I have a direct connection with AK Nest, and from what I've been told, I pay for what I pay for these. I can make like 5 times that amount if I sell them online. So I just gotta get my ducks in a row and see who of them is worth it. Yeah. And eventually, I'm sure I will figure one out. But with all this, I'm gonna let this update overnight, and I'm going to bed. So thank you all for joining my 2.5 hour stream. I hope you all sleep well or enjoy work or whatever you're doing. And I will talk to you guys all in the next one. So, see ya. Anytime, Mike. Anytime, Makina. Well, Makina, money and women I don't mind. Kids I'm not a fan of at this time. Divorce, hard to get divorced when no one would marry me. Already experiencing the last two as well, so I feel like I've got the wrong end of that working for me. Thanks for that. Nope. I was waiting till my YouTube count said 2 hours and 30 minutes.